Hey y'all, welcome back. It is episode 2 of the Financial Reset. I'm Nini, aka Chic Like Nerd, and today we are breaking out our January monthly budget and our first paycheck of January. So if you're interested, get a fridge, grab you something to drink, and let's get started. Okay, hey y'all, it is okay. Let's get right into the numbers. Nami is here being very extra per usual. She might get put up, but we are going to get right into our numbers for January. So how I break down my budget, we do a monthly budget and then I break down each paycheck that I get and we just go from there. So I'm going to do January. January is going to look a little different because, like I told y'all previously, my new year doesn't start until February. So I like to try some new things, and that's what we're doing here. So February probably look completely different. If you didn't see my first video, definitely go check that up. I'll put it in a card up here. And yeah, so let's get started. January, I'll insert numbers up here. I have my book. This is what I'm looking at when I look to the side. She's about to get put up. Okay, like I was saying, I have my little notebook. This is the little budget notebook I'm using. Y'all probably see me haul this in a stationary video, but this is what I have all my numbers written down. So I am trying a new budget. It's like quarterly budgeting. So from January to March, my budget is going to look the same every month, give or take a few tweaks that I have to make. So for January, how am I going to do this? Okay, so how I break down my budget is into 3 to 4 categories: households, savings and investing, and spending, and then everything miscellaneous that I need to take care of specifically for that month that has just popped up. So household, my household responsibilities: rent, internet, car insurance, cell phone. Nami is aligned as an expense in there. Subscriptions, gas, and groceries. That all falls into my household budget. That's all the categories I have. And then I have a savings, which is just my emergency fund, and my car sinking fund. Those are the two that I'm focusing on for savings for the next 3 months. Spending is just what I get, what I allocate to myself so I can spend on whatever I want. Investing is, I have just my routine like Roth IRA. I have a red savings book. I'll insert a picture. I'm using that to pay for our Disney trip at the end of the year. My son's college fund and his future whatever Roth. And then, yeah, that's it. So let's get into these numbers. Okay, like I was saying, what I do is I take both of my bi-weekly paychecks and I add that together, which gives me $4,074. So when I'm starting off my initial budget, that's what we budget everything from the month. So we have rent, that's $10.50, that's my portion. Internet, $104. Car insurance, $224. Y'all, please check y'all car insurance because mine keeps going up and I don't know why. But when I called them, they were like, it's just like it goes off what's going on in the area. So check your car insurance because I think I'm about to change mine. So this is my message to you: check your insurance policies. Cell phone, my cell phone bill is $56. I have a prepaid phone. I buy my phone right out, and that's $56, unlimited service. Subscriptions, I wrap all of our subscriptions up into one because we don't have that many, and that's $70 a month for all of our subscriptions. Well, the ones that I pay for, which is just Hulu, Spotify, and like my Canva and stuff like that, but that's $70. Groceries, my portion is $400. I don't know how high is your grocery bill. I want to examine that because I feel like I could get that lower, but I feel like some days I can't get it lower. So y'all let me know in the comments what y'all grocery bills you're looking like, because there's 3 of us, well 4 if you count Nami, but her stuff comes out of hers. Nami's expense line is 218, so that should be going down in the next few months, because when she had a puppy plan at PetSmart, which was $100, it covered her spayed, like any type of appointment, so that's in there. But yeah, so that brings that whole total to $22.82 for my household expenses for the month. Savings. I told y'all I have a savings goal to complete my emergency fund, so I am prioritizing savings this year versus more having less spending money. So my savings for the month is $800, and of that $800, $500 goes to the emergency fund, $300 goes to a car sinking fund. And once my car sinking fund is finished, we'll move it into a different sinking fund. The next one is spending. So this is a little adjustment for your girl, because I just told y'all I'm prioritizing saving. So I'm only giving myself $200 every paycheck. And that $200 is whatever I want to do with it. So yeah, that has been an adjustment, but it works. I really don't need anything, and if I do, I'll just plan for it. So $400, sorry, a month for spending. That's every 2 weeks I get $200 out of my paycheck. So investing is something that I want to be more consistent with, so I have automated all my investing. So I am investing $200 per month to my Roth IRA. Then I have $100 toward my son's future. That's his college. That's his what is it? It's not 529. 521 is his college fund. What is the other one? It's some his investments, whatever, his version of investments. So yeah, what's that? I am saving $100 a month for Disney every month. That has been more, but this is like dedicated for my budget. I'll just pull $100 from, I just wrap that into investing, which probably should go in savings, but I have it investings is $100. And then my son has a medical expense for debt. Debt is not really a big category for me, but he has a $50 medical expense that I need to pay every month. It's actually $700. Let me back up. He has a $700 medical debt that we pay $50 a month for. So that should be paid off soon. I just don't feel like giving them $700. Yeah. And then I have a note here saying that I have an extra $42, but I don't think that is extra $42 not allocated. I don't think that's true, but when we break down my January paycheck, we'll see. I don't think that's true, but that's my January, like how I break down my budget. So I do it monthly, and I want to preface this by saying I do a month ahead thing. So say it's January, all my bills for January have already been paid from December's paycheck, so my January paychecks are focused on September. I have been doing this for years, since when I was active duty military, and now that I'm reserves and a federal employee, I just have kept the same way. It takes a little bit to get used to, but that's what I do. So when I'm talking about bills in January, I'm talking about it to be paid for February, if that makes any sense. I don't know how people do it, but do y'all do that? I don't know. Is that normal? I don't know. Very interesting. Let me know. Okay, so hold on, my battery's about to die. Okay, my camera, I have the worst camera battery life. If you have the Sony VF1 or the battery life sucks. But anyways, like I was saying, so we're gonna break down my first paycheck of January. Woo. So January's paycheck, right? So I told y'all of the increase before. When I did my monthly January budget, I was only accounting for what, $20.37. So I think when I got my my LES, it went, let's see, my check went up $20. That's how much my, I guess, locality pay was, like, went up an extra $20. So Rather than 2037, I now get 2056. So you'll see there's some extra in here, and we just moved it around. So for my paycheck, household, so I break everything in half, right? So for household, rent $525, internet $52, car insurance $112, cell phone $28. Nami, her puppy plan is automatic, so all I do, it's on my credit card, so all I do is I take her half and I just pay her card off. I've started purchasing her dog food in the big bag. It's a large expense up front because she's on a prescription dog food, so I just spend the $160 versus going back and forth to the store. So she'll have an extra $100 at the end of, like, on my second paycheck. We'll just throw in my account and just wait until she needs something, because she will need something, because she's turning 1 in a couple weeks. Subscriptions, those are all automatic. Oh, and I forgot, that is my subscriptions. It is Spotify, Canva, Hulu, Disney, my Apple storage plan, and yeah, I think that's about it. Those are all my subscriptions. Those are automatic. I pay them off as they come from that account. Gas is $80. I didn't mention that in the last one, but gas is on there. It comes in my household. I don't live that far from work, so I don't really spend a lot of money on gas. So $80, that accounts for if we go somewhere, if we go do something, we just need gas. Groceries is $200. If I didn't tell y'all, I have been using cash for groceries because that was where I was overspending a lot. So whenever I go to the grocery store, I pull out my money from my checking account and I shop with that grocery money. This last grocery shop, I went over by like $10, which is pretty good because before I would go for like $100, but the cash is giving me more. What is the word? I've been more aware of like when I go to the store and meal planning. We'll talk about that in another video, but I've been meal planning every week, and that has helped me up a lot. But we have stuck to the grocery. I might bump it up in February, like $50, because I did go over $10, so I feel like if I put that buffer, we'll be good. But groceries was $200. Savings, emergency $300. Car sinking fund is $100. I cannot wait to hit my goal. Spending was $200. Let me preface to say I'm doing a January savings challenge, and I'm supposed to take $50 out every week. And that $50 from my spending money, I roll into my Disney, saving for Disney. So technically I'm only getting $100 every 2 weeks, but I'm not buying anything. I don't have anything going on. So automatic investing. So we are doing my Roth IRA, $100, college fund, and I need to find out what this account called. College fund and whatever his future fund. I call it future fund. So his future fund. And then part of my January challenge is to automate a $10 investment. So I also automated an additional $10 to come out. So cash save. This is my red savings book, and my husband's birthday is wrapped up into that. So for Disney, I have saved $50, and I have allocated $50 for my husband's birthday. My son's medical, I paid that out of my checking account. It was additional $50. So everything total came up to $20.51 of all our bills for first paycheck. So $20.51. So we have $5 left over. We're not short, so that's all that matters, right? That's not all that matters. So that is my January expenses in my budget. Let me preface it. This is why I preach about planning and writing down. So I didn't forget. I didn't plan for our anniversary, we usually go do something, but I think we're just going to brunch. I didn't plan that, and my husband probably paid for that. But I like to plan things like that, like his birthday, our anniversary, birthdays, Nami's birthday. I like to plan for those things in advance. It just helps me out. So get you a planner and write those things down in the future. Cause you'll forget, and then it'll throw your budget off. And I don't like to be thrown off. But those are my numbers for my first paycheck. We got a $20 raise, so maybe we'll have an extra $5 in the next paycheck. I'm not sure. It is snowing so bad, y'all. But yeah, thank you for coming. I will definitely see you guys in another video. Let me know if you have any questions about like how I set my paychecks up. I didn't talk a lot about my drill paycheck because I haven't drilled yet, so I don't have one. So probably in our next video we'll have more numbers and a better breakdown of that, because drill, I plan on just using that for my, what is that called, my car maintenance. That's what I have to do. I have to get my brakes fixed, but I also have to drop my car off because I didn't tell y'all. Somebody hit me, so my car has to go in the shop for a little bit. And yeah, I'm rambling now. This is just me rambling things off my head, but I will see you guys in another video. Thank you for watching. Yes, my clingy familiar is here, but thank y'all for watching. I will see you in another video later.